Alright, decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. You should have!
Really?
And now, it's a matter of the victim's shoes. Did I not bring this up?
I'm sorry, why do you have her shoe?
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood.
Her hand.
The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Or it was proof that she was attacked and attacked back in self-defense. Just saying.
What? There were blood found on that shoe?
Why do you have it?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Oh.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why was this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Because she doesn't like prosecutors.
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
Is this legal?
No.
Did she just admitted to something illegal?
Yes, that's tampering with the crime scene. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
Oh my god.
In any case, Your Honor, I cannot accept this as evidence.
I can't either.
What? You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department.
Now the problem is that she conducted it and not the police,
right.
Which means any time between her getting the shoes and her giving the shoes to the forensic
could be tampered with.
They could have been tampered with.
Yes.
If it was the police that had presented this to me, I would have taken it.
Yeah.
But she said she herself did it,
yeah.
And she got her boyfriend in the forensic department to do it. But she could have already tampered with it.
Yeah.
How do I know that you didn't attack the victim, the suspect? How do I know you didn't attack the suspect? Got her blood and put it on her shoes, and got the victim's blood and put it on the shoes.
As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
I worry about this a lot. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It would seem so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Yeah, like seriously. Seriously! Why? Why did you not know evidence shit, Phoenix? Evidence is important.
It seems that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law.
But does it satisfy the second?
Well, it seems you have yet another court against you, witness. Count against you. Anything to ensure that the guilty is properly judged.
Is that legal?
That I don't think so. At least in the States.
I don't think that she could have done this all by herself without the... Sure, it was done by the forensic team, but it was done without the... It was done not under police supervision. So as far as I could tell, this evidence could have been tampered with.
It could have, yeah. Victim's shoe added to court's record.
I don't trust this evidence at all.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Oh.
Okay, let me look. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I would just wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
I mean, a 5-minute blank means everything.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a long time. Have you ever had to wait 5 minutes? It feels like a long...
Without your phone.
Without anything.
Yeah.
It is a long wait.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most unworthy of vile lot known as prosecutors.
Oh my gosh, and you keep saying she's a good witness?
Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence.
How do we know you didn't manipulate the evidence yourself?
When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
When the suspect is admitting she did it? Oh, this when the suspect is admitting she did it?
False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr.
No.
Let's just get this over with.
He just attacked her there. Oh. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, he snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon, if that should happen. See the fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next. That's evidence tampering.
She removed it, and why are we still taking it? We should not have taken it. She took it.
Because it's been officially recognized by the police department now.
By having the forensic team, look at it?
Well, that and she has the letter from the police, so...
Oh my gosh. I don't trust it.
I mean, we have it now.
So you brought it to the forensics department?
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Makes sense. After all, a man was stabbed here. Well, not in the foot, but...
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman?
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
You can't say that for sure. The blood belonged to the victim with blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell that from a blood test where a murder was performed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, if you combine all the various blood tests, there are millions of types. It's practically impossible to narrow a blood test sample down to one person. Or so I hear. Actually, let's listen to what she says, because she's going to be a forensic person.
Yeah.
Millions of types.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA and test results.
Wait, that means that you don't know for sure that it belongs to the victim or the suspect.
But they said there was very little doubt it could be anyone but Lana Skies.
What? How? What? How come?
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
No, tell me what that is.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
That does not look like fish guts.
That look. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She is in enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
I mean, I have all sorts of problems with
I
it.
have a lot of problems. A problem? This is critical. What's wrong with this victim's shoe? Well, oh my gosh, only traces of the victim's blood was found on the knife. Where would the suspect blood come from? So I do have something. Oh. Traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. If the knife was the only weapon there and she did get stabbed with it, how come her blood's not on the knife?
Take a look at the shoe. Check.
Oh, I can check it. Ha! There's blood here too. On the sole of the shoe, it's got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in the puddle of his own blood. All this blood is horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Try this one. This blood is my sister's, right?
It appears so.
Lana's right. All right. Lana's right. I'm not. This is not investigation time.
Yeah.
Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis.
So that's all that's with the shoe.
This shoe. Is it really Lana's shoes? I can't tell.
It's not Lana's shoe. I don't think it's Lana's shoe.
Okay. Cause victim shoes. Oh, that makes more sense. I was like, how the fuck did you get Lana's shoes?
Yeah.
But yet again, if the only weapon there at the time, it was like an ambush, right? The only weapon was Edward's knife, but it doesn't have Lana's blood on it. And frankly, if she had wiped the blood off of the knife, she wouldn't be able to tell which one's her blood and which one's the victim's blood, and would have wiped the whole knife clean instead.
Sure.
I mean, if I got stabbed, I would have been like, oh, this is my blood.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I would have been like, fuck, and wiped the whole thing and leave. But her blood is not in there.
Well, there's a problem.
There is a problem. I always have a problem, okay? I always have a problem. I have to doubt everyone's words, including Phoenix's. If I'm not imagining things, I see there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's give it to our friend. She loves spicy.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Oh.
I'm like, I'm not controlling that. This? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be blood on the bottom of my shoe. Your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
So you're telling me you're gonna assault me? Judge, do you hear this? She's threatening me. That's illegal.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of this shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe?
Oh, wow. I mean, that's not exactly. That's what we're trying to disprove. So I don't think it's the shoe for the shoes.
No, yeah.
I don't see any blood there. I don't see any blood there.
You don't see any blood. You're right. You don't see any blood on the floor.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be like one of those things where you can't see the blood. If that's clearly blood on her coat, that means that if on the floor, we would have seen the blood as well.
Correct. Yeah.
And if this guy was killed here, then he the blood would be all over the place.
All over. Like, so many places.
So many places, and there's no blood. You know, I didn't notice that in the crime scene either. I didn't notice any blood.
There's no blood on the crime scene.
In the crime scene, like, you wouldn't clean up the blood. You would take note of all the blood spatters and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, it's this photo. There's no blood. Phoenix, please say what I want. Oh, good. There's no music, so it's right.
The problem
lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoes is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprint found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection. If there were any bloody footprints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. It's true, we didn't find any.
Order! Well, witness? What?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why there wasn't a footprint?
Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
That means that they were killed at the wrong place. It's not the true scene of the crime. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What?
Hold it.
Of course.
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end.
Why? I feel like Edgeworth is more with us than against us.
Yep. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
She couldn't apprehend the suspect. But her effort was in vain. She knocked my hand aside and knocked over an oil drum.
Oh, she's beautiful, but she's a predator, this one, a leopard woman. Rawr.
I forgot you were talking.
Rawr.
You were voicing her. Oh well.
I thought it was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth. Although apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief of prosecutor, was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know why she kicked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean...
To get rid of the blood?
The suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would have become evidence against her.
I don't know about, like, how fast, like, blood, like, disintegrate in water, and, like, how much of a stain it leaves, but I feel like if she only knocked it over and she didn't scrub it, that it'll leave some
blood
mark.
Always leaves a stain.
Yeah.
You can always find it with a substance called luminol. However, with the crime being so freshly done, the blood had not dried to anything, and it was still very much a liquid. So pouring water over it is just like running when you have a paper cut on your finger and running it under tap water.
Okay.
It gets rid of it immediately. Now there will be traces of it still there, but it would have washed it all away.
And so it wouldn't leave the thing if you wash.
It should
traces.
still leave the luminol print that it would still be there.
So the print, if you use luminol, it would still be there. But we didn't use luminol on the crime scene,
No.
but we don't have evidence for that.
No, we don't.
So how do we know that the blood was really there? Edgeworth, Warg?
Warg! My favorite Ace Attorney catchphrase. That ties up things quite nicely. The bloodstain left on the victim's shoe tie her to quite clearly to the murder. Okay. I saw shoe tie and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, like, really.
Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
But you still can be able to find it with the substance.
If I'm remembering correctly, but
Okay,
I'm jumping ahead of the game, but
okay, I know you have like there is a way to find blood that's like if it's gone, you can still find blood with the suspect. I don't know what it's called. Luminol, you say? So I know you can use luminol to find it. Like once it's gone, and like it will still leave its traces there by and you can show it with luminol and I think ultraviolet light maybe, but
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. I am not a forensic scientist. I don't do this for a living. I don't know anything about this, but I am aware of it. And even if the blood is gone, wouldn't you try to do a luminol thing at the scene of the crime if you can't find any traces of blood? Like, I'm just saying, you would do that and submit that to the court. Just saying.
Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky right hand was hurt.
Now, no, you're not supposed to know about luminol yet, so you can remove those questions from your mind right now about the luminol, but.
Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? Wait, cut herself on what?
So my sister's
blood on the shoe. That's when it happened?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
But Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she's tried to conceal it. But...
Enough. There is no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the persecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it!
Again?
Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me?
Did you just say Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side?
Oh no. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well.
Did she just say the right thing?
I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. What? Witness, don't tell me you have something else. You've reached your verdict. You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had this just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Wait. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not, don't be quick to throw in a towel. Oh, look! He still has some of the spiritual power! Get yourself off the asphalt and take another good look. Don't give up. Not into the bitter end. What was the voice I gave her? I don't know. I only give her a voice in like the very beginning of this game. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare the verdict for good.
Objection. There you go. Now we get to who
There
did
we
it.
go.
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I put down my verdicts in peace anymore?
No!
Whatever it is, can it wait?
No! No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, right. Are you saying that there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Probably. Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I got to go ahead with this.
I suppose we've come this far, so we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the courtroom what the problem is with this photograph.
Wait. Where's the blood stain? Well, for one thing, the outline in this photo is completely different from the outline in the crime scene. The body was not head first onto the ground. Second of all, wasn't there supposed to be blood here?
There is blood there.
I don't see no blood.
There's blood.
I mean, this is the right side of the shoe, right? This is where the blood is.
Yeah.
There's no blood in this photo. So that's my only problem right now, but let me look. Mia said to stop looking at the asphalt, so I'm not looking at the asphalt.
Don't look at the asphalt.
A single stab, that is true, that's where the knife is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't quite know where the victim was stabbed, but that's a single stab and there's the knife. I don't see anything else that could be contradicted except for the shoe, because the shoe is the only evidence we have. So, where's the suspect's blood? If she truly knocked the oil drum down to get rid of the blood stain,
the blood will still be there.
Victim, the blood would still be there on the shoe.
The blood is still there. It's the sole of the shoe.
The sole, but I'm talking about.
It's not
Lana's,
in the water.
I'm talking about Lana's blood.
Right.
I believe, yes, that the shoe on the bottom of the blood on the bottom of the shoe will still be there because the water is not touching the shoe, the bottom of the shoe. But what's missing in this photo is the blood of the suspect. It's not on top of the shoe. And I think that's the correct side, but I don't have the ability to go to the court record and look at it.
There's something else you're missing.
Something else I'm missing?
Yes.
What's that in the tailpipe? Is that supposed to be water? What is that? Is that water?
What part of that is the car?
Isn't that the trunk?
No, like that. Where the exhaust comes out. You know what that's called?
The exhaust pipe? It brings out water, right? I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything about cars.
That's the muffler.
The muffler? What? It still spills out water, right?
No, well.
I don't know.
No, that's exhaust. It's for exhaust.
Are you trying to correct me on my car terms? Is this what's happening? But it doesn't really look like water. It looks like there's something stuck there. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like cloth.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree. Maybe the suspect hurt herself after knocking down the oil drum. But that also seems very unlikely because apparently as, what's her name? Angel Star went to apprehend the suspect. The suspect knocked down the oil drum. Which makes no sense. Why is there no blood on the shoe? But if the shoe is not what I'm looking at, then this is the only thing that's jumping out at me. What the fuck is this?
Well, is it a problem?
Well,
I'd say it's a problem.
Is it a problem? I don't know.
Well, she mentioned muffler before.
Muffler.
Yeah.
The muffler of a car? Question mark.
Haha.
Muffler. She must be digging something in the muffler of the car instead of a muffler.
Instead of the muffler she was wearing.
Also, Is that a muffler? Isn't that just a scarf?
No, it's like a muffler, I guess. I don't know. I don't wear girl clothes.
You know, I guess. Actually, I don't know. But I don't know. What's the difference between a muffler and a scarf?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Okay. What is that in the pipe? The problem is in this photograph is here. What's this?
What's this?
Oh wait, that's Edward.
There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait, just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf in any kind of this photograph. A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see.
Okay.
What's this suspicious-looking claw sticking out of the car's muffler?
So it is cloth.
So what if there's something sticking out in the muffler? What does it have to do with this case?
It's evidence.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Actually, Edward, tell us, what is that thing in your muffler? Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case.
Miss Star, I record your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's when she had me confused in my testimony earlier. That's what had me confused in my testimony earlier.
In my earlier testimony.
Whatever. Muffler. Ah, yeah!
Yar!
Ah, yar, har!
Yar! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? And then there was another ding.
If
so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh! Ah! Ah!
She's not foaming in the mouth.
No, she's not. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If I leave any questions unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me back that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so.
Phew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. You go too slow, Tex.
The court will be adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
What?
It's lunchtime, after all.
He's still... What? The judge? What?
Yeah.
Judge?
30-minute recess.
No, I mean, it says right there, judge. Yeah. And he's saying he's still hungry?
Oh, yeah, it's a typo. To be continued. I didn't want to cut off because I knew we had one more testimony after that. So, 2-hour-long recording. Alright, guys. In the next episode, holy crap, what are we going to do next?
The second part of the court case?
Yes. Day 2 of the trial ladder. We're still in court.
Oh my God.
Get used to it, folks. We're going to be having 2 court sessions every single time in between investigations. So in the next episode, we're going to still be in trial.
Oh, fun.
See you guys then.
Bye.